Ah, the 80s party movie. The angsty 80s party movie. There were several better ones than The Last American Virgin. Yeah, I'd rather watch Porky's, which is a guilty pleasure. 2 and 3 sucked, but Porky's 1 was good. I'd rather watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There was a little bit of partying in that. Clueless. There's more partying in that. But yeah, The Last American Virgin, 80s movie that was extremely disappointing. As much so as 24-Hour Party People was to Cowcat. But yes, for the same reason, kind of. The movie and the poster there promised this raucous, they got the fly and the whole deal with people having fun and implying there's going to be some sex. Titillating sex comedy, later the movie American Pie, but we're going to say it's 1980s, so that one wasn't out yet. So yeah, it's going to be like Porky's. And it isn't. It's not a comedy. I would say that this dreary picture is a drama. A flat-out drama. Maybe it's trying to be a black comedy, but I think it's a drama. A guy who, like in The Pickup Artist, wants to get laid. Except the guy in this movie, he doesn't. He doesn't right away, anyway. His friends get laid by the hooker, but he doesn't. He wants the hot chick, basically. Typical comedy. What's the hot chick? The hot chick is dating the asshole guy, so it's kind of a stalkery asshole guy. It's kind of psychotic. Kind of like Dirty Dancing. Kind of like The Twilight later on. A little bit. So it's kind of related. There's kind of this weird sort of symmetry. This movie is... In 24-Hour Party People, there was a stalkery guy, but not as much. He was just kicked out. But that was much later. This movie, like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, there was an asshole guy the girl liked just because he was cool. Same thing here. Asshole guy in it, right? But he is such an asshole that he knocks her up, and then the bad guy. And basically, she has to get an abortion because it's the 80s, and usually these 80s movies that have to deal with abortion, Fast Times at Ridgemont High had an abortion in it. Some other movies did too. The reverse of that was For Keeps with Molly Ringwald, where she keeps it. So the baby. So but this one, she gets to have an abortion, and somehow the director decided that he would shoot this scene in the clinic with this nasty-looking mask looked all dirty coming on there. And at one point there was a scene where she's standing naked in the waiting room, and that's the one nude scene in the movie. She's crying her eyes out in the waiting room, naked. Yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah, not. It's like, what is this movie trying to be? If it's trying to be like a dark comedy and it's being satirical like Scorsese or something, and they're trying to say, okay, this really sucks, fine, then it's a drama. It's not a dark comedy, it's a drama. Yeah, but this movie was suckage. It was suckage on a high level, very high level. It's one of the crappiest comedies and dark comedies ever made. Even, I would say even like the hardly palatable, Mr. and Mrs. Smith or something, or Raising Arizona is a little better, It's like, or let's see, what's some other dark Kids. Kids is mentioned. Kids is a better movie. It's screwed up. It's a better movie. It's still screwed up. This is just awful for every reason. There's no reason to enjoy this. It's comedy. Not just because abortion is icky, but also because story is icky. And moral of the story is even stupider. Apparently the girl, after being dumped by the jock guy, goes after another asshole instead of the nice guy that paid for the abortion. Like, what a bitch. That lady, there's nobody redeemable in this movie. The girl just decides, oh, you're nothing. I'm shallow. I don't like you anymore. Either. Goodbye. Oh, thanks for the abortion. Like, wow. Man, this girl is like, this movie is just like, wow, movie? Really? Was that supposed to be funny? Because that was not funny. That was not a funny scene. Ironically, the hero guy did eventually have sex with, at one point. So technically there are no virgins in the movie. So the last American virgin refers to nobody, apparently. So he did have sex. I think he had sex with a hooker because he got the crabs. He bought the crab killer, but we don't know if he actually had the crabs. So he may be the last American virgin in the movie. Maybe he didn't get in. I thought he did, though. I thought he actually had sex. So he was. So yeah, nobody's a virgin. Yeah. It's like at some point the hero guy can find some other lady because this one girl's a bitch. Even though all this bad stuff happened to her, wasn't like she didn't deserve any of it, but it was like, okay, yeah, she's evil, kind of, and messed up, and yeah, so go for somebody nicer. Yeah, because she's just using you. It's like, wow, the bad guy's an ass. She belongs with the bad guy. Go for somebody else. But these 80s comedies were like that, there, and the dramas too. They were like, oh, this has to be the one and only completely, because society says so or doesn't or whatever. It's like, or because he's a rebel, he'll be awesome. I'll be able to change him as well. First of all, society doesn't say so. The 80s were stupid that way. And no, you're not going to change the rebel. He's still going to be a rebel. My rebel friends are still rebels. They haven't changed. They haven't gotten any different. It's not going to happen. So you're just going to have to go for the guy who has lesser, because you're not going to marry Prince Charming. You're not going to marry the rebel biker dude. Or the rebel Docker dude. It's not going to happen. And you're just going to end up with whatever you got. So, yeah. Fantasy is one thing. Vampires, okay. But, yeah, this movie was just awful. See if I forgot anything. Okay, well, the last mention on here of this movie, the last American version, was of Boaz. He directed Lemon Popsicle. Equally dreary movie. So he apparently likes that kind of thing. So, but it's not a comedy. Don't list it as a comedy, and don't have a misleading title page and a misleading thing. List it as a drama. Put everybody sulking on the cover like a, looking somberly into the distance at the nature of existence being destroyed. There. No one will be surprised. It's going to be a dreary drama. Great. Don't mislead people with the cover or the ads. Just say it's a drama, because that's what it is. I don't know what marketing was doing. You saw that poster. There's nothing fun in this movie. Nothing.